YouTube, it's Jocie P, and this is the first actual official episode of the Trans Gamer channel. And I've had some technical difficulties, so hopefully it works this time. I was going to do it long format and do just a bunch of little subjects, but since we're having our issues today, I guess I'm being forced to do it in short issues. So, just to let you know, the series is going really focused on just gaming, books, fantasy, just everything I get into this geeky, nerdy, or whatnot. And I'm just going to talk about because, well, I want to. And hopefully my cat doesn't get in the way. He's trying to get in front of the computer. Well, okay, so first episode, I'm actually going to talk about one of my favorite games. I've already done a review of this on my other channel, but I want to do one personally on this channel because I want to separate my old channel with this channel. And that is Red Dragon Inn. And I have the third edition. Baby, come on. My cat is really loving the table. I have the third version, which each one comes with 4 different characters, and there's also individual character decks. But what the game is you play as one of multitude of characters. Just got done with the adventure. You're with your party, and you're going to the tavern and drinking. Now your goal is to be the last person conscious with money still. If you get drunk and you pass out, your friends loot your body and drag you to your room. If you run out of money, you have to sleep with the horses in the stalls. Either way, you want money and you want to stay somewhat sober. Now I'm going to use just the Serena deck as an example. Each deck has its own mechanic in 3 and 4, which this one has. They have like side decks and stuff. But in 1 and 2, they all play pretty much with the basic rules. So to kind of give you an example of how the game plays, every turn you take an action. Show you the action. Ooh, action. You can kind of see the artwork. I love the artwork in this game, I just like to say. And you do what, basically you do what the card says. And if you see here, Serena's mechanic is her piety goes up or down, being a half-orc paladin, I mean, go figure. But, as you can see right there, that tells you which way to go. And her spells and stuff become stronger or weaker depending. Now, you only can do 1 action a turn, but then there's anytime actions, which you can do, well, as they say, anytime. And on the same note, sometimes actions, which you can do, well, sometimes. And yes, by sometimes, it will say when to do it. Another type of action you have is gambling, which will say gambling. And what this does is everyone throws ante into the pot and goes around. People play gambling cards on turn. And you can also respond with cheat cards, which are underhanded ways of gambling. Now on top of that, there is an expansion called Gambling I'm In, which is also a number of small mini play-alone games, not play by themselves games as well, that you can replace the gambling phase with, and they have rules for what the gambling cards do. Now at the end of the turn, you take and buy your opponents a drink, and you do this by just flipping over a drink card and placing it face down on one of their boards, and then you flip over the top card in your drink deck. Now the example I'm going to show is the Dragon's Breath Ale, right there. And that, like for instance, this one would give you 4 alcohol content. And there's also other stuff like the Barroom Brawl, I finally can say it, which is a drink event, which instead of getting a drink, a fight breaks out or something. Or you also get drinks that require chasers, where you flip over another drink. There's also stuff, and I'm trying to find some right here, that will, instead of giving you alcohol content, heal you or lower your alcohol content, and I'm trying to find it right now. Like for instance, there's water, which has no effect. And I'm not finding it, but there's somewhere, oh here you go, like the holy water, which will heal you 2 fortitude. And then there's also drinking contests where everyone's trying to get drunk in that turn. Everyone has to pay to get a drink, and the winner gets gold. Now what you do, I keep track of everything, is you have these wonderful handy laminated boards. I didn't laminate this is how they came, and I love them. Where you'll put a red dot, one of these dot things, on the 20, and a clear one on the 0 when you start. And as you go through the game, alcohol content raises. That white dot, or that clear dot, will go across this track. Your fortitude lowers, your red dot goes down this track, and once they meet, you pass out. Now this game has been one of my favorite games for the longest time. I played it, first time I played it was at an anime convention called Youmacon, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite games of all time, and honestly, still is. It holds up for me. But there's a fourth version now. I don't have the fourth version. Otherwise, I'd be showing that one off because it's got a pirate theme, and I actually really like the pirate theme. Puts Red Dragon in, I would really suggest it. And it has actually influenced a lot of my personal game design by showing me a great example of a good, smooth, what I think is a smooth mechanic system while still portraying its flavor. And it's just fun because some of the names on the cards, you read the names, you sound like you're speaking for the character. It sounds like you're in character. I think that was a really good thing because it's hard to not be in character with that. You just kind of fluidly go into character in a good group, especially one like mine where we play a lot of Gloom and we do the storytelling rule. So Red Dragon Inn is one I would highly suggest. Thank you.